soon as you was questioning if we can outdo and top Fast 5, I welcome y'all to the set, Fast 6. Fix your face.
When I did Fast 5, I thought that would probably be one of the biggest films that I would do in my career.
To make it all connect and to be here now at the 6th one, it's a trip. It's a whole different level.
With each success, you're left with this feeling, can we take this any bigger?
Damn. Fast 5 got a lot of people excited, but this is even bigger.
More wild, more fast, more furious.
Damn.
The cynical view is that, oh, you guys are successful, made a lot of money, so of course you're gonna make another one. And I wanted to make sure that we didn't come back for that reason. Because I wanted to make sure that we're gonna go on the journey, that it was gonna push it and take it to the next level.
We have been promising going to Europe for quite some time.
This is London, baby.
There was actually a debate on whether we would go to Europe in 5 instead of Rio. But because we were planning for the trilogy, we knew that we could go to Europe in the 6th one. And that's exactly what we did.
Welcome to London.
Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful, man. I was gonna bring my bathing suit.
Yes.
We've always had difficulties because of the ambition of the films. And London, it's one of the biggest cities in the world, and it's not known to really facilitate big action sequences, closing down streets.
So it's really the scale of not only the action, but shooting through the Olympics, shooting through the Queen Jubilee. There was plenty of times we were very, very nervous along the way, like, how are we gonna actually accomplish this?
We had to have 2 of our heroes racing through the streets. There's obviously hundreds and hundreds of people that we couldn't get rid of. And all we could do was back them away from the sidewalk 5 feet, because we had these cars at high speeds racing. There was no room for error. And it wasn't easy.
We had to really go in there, respect where we were at, and I'd convince them why it was valuable for us to be able to go into these locations and really get to explore it practically.
But you get into the higher-ups in the city saying, we need these for this reason, and they go, you're gonna do what in our town with a tank? And then it usually comes back, no, you're not using this location.
I actually had designed a tank sequence to be going through London. I mean, we were going to build this city block of London in a back lot. But when we went on the scout in Tenerife and Gran Canaria, they took us to some of the highways. And I remember thinking, wait, these highways aren't operational at all? So I thought, oh, this is better than London because it's not artificial. Everything we do is going to be practical. And to have a government that was that open to say, hey, yeah, come over, and we have these brand new highways you can wreck. It made all the difference.
Yeah, what's involved in driving this tank then, mate?
A lot of hard work.
I think what's going to separate Fast 6 from Fast 5 is really upping the ante when it comes to the action.
Fast 6, Justin wanted to go big on everything, every level. When people wanted to try to back it down, Justin would just push it forward.
I just felt like on this one, we go big or we go home.
Looking back, Fast 5 serves as a great launching pad for the action sequences that come in Fast 6. I think Justin did an outstanding job of building off of that platform that he laid there.
The one thing that I've learned about the crew that I work with is that nothing is impossible.
I find Justin incredible in the fact that he has to design things in his head that we don't even think about.
And we can have the car come in. Yeah.
But he's also able to think in minute detail about the narrative and the characters. That's what separates him from other action directors. He cares about the story as much as he cares about the action.
The last one was great, flowed out, but I'm just saying let's take a little bit more time.
Got it. In this one, Justin really was like, you know what? I want to give everyone an opportunity to do some cool stuff.
In Fast 4 and Fast 5, I didn't get to do much action, and I always told Justin, listen, I want to be a badass. I want to do it all. And when we had the conversation before this one, he was like, okay, Gal, you're going to have a lot of action in this one, so get ready.
Justin has always been incredibly good with what made character special. Yeah! So there's a tremendous amount of goodwill for these characters.
Yeah!
We're all just so blessed to be a part of this because it keeps getting more and more fun.
We already have that rapport, you know, off camera. So it was nice to explore that and be able to share our relationship in front of the camera.
Live on set.
I think that's why people relate to these guys, because everyone feels that. I love action, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, what is it that you're rooting for? We want you to root for Dom and Brian.
There's so much equity in the Dom-Brian relationship that it always gives me a little comfort coming into the film.
It was just a couple weeks ago, Ben stubbed his toe, and I felt so bad for him. He was limping everywhere. He stubbed his pinky toe. I mean, man. You know, it hurts. We've really gotten into a rhythm, Vin and I, as much as I think it's still a challenge to understand one another. It's because we come from two completely different worlds, and I think that's a big part of the reason why it's worked.
Ride or die.
Ride or die.
I'd have to give a lot of that credit to Vin as a producer. He's just done an incredible job of keeping up with the fans and keeping the heart. You can always have things blow up, but ultimately, you can't keep that going forever without heart.
Can't turn your back on family, even when they do.
The overriding theme for this franchise has always been about family.
When it really comes down to it, it is the people around you, and it is the place that you call home. And that's really where we're trying to get with these three films, and it all comes together in this one.
There's times where it's really not a scene anymore. Vin coming up and, you know, playing Uncle Dom. What's up, Uncle Dom? We do that in our real life.
Yeah, he's also a Toretto.
So it's funny, just as it's grown, we've grown with it.
So to be in the Toretto house at the end, that's something that was very fulfilling our final day.
Action.
All right, y'all, let's eat.
Does any of this feel familiar?
No. But it feels like home.
I remember seeing the first Fast and Furious. I was just in film school. And that house, what that meant to those characters.
Come on. First bite. He's got grace.
And now, 12 years later, to be able to earn our way back there, that really is the anchor for these characters. We can go around the world and do all these crazy stunts and scope and everything, but ultimately, it's to service the journey home.
It's official. You're all free.
I feel like Fast and Furious has been such a big part of my career, of my life, to be able to find an organic way to close out this chapter. It was very emotional for me on many levels. I was standing, you know, by the barn, I remember, and in the midst of all the crew and the cast, you know, I was just by myself in that moment, just kind of taking it in, and how my first time there was actually from the other side of the screen, and now standing there and saying, okay, this is it, and you know, I've done everything that I've wanted to do, and to be able to walk away, having it be my decision, that to me felt complete. It felt right.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a picture wrap on Jordana and Tyrese and Sung and Chris and Michelle, and last but not least, Vin Diesel.
You'll be the next one, right?
These characters, they're very far from where we first met them.
My life started at the Toretto home. It was a very heavy day to be there, but it was a beautiful, beautiful way to end the trilogy.
Oh, Typhoon. Oh, you got me, man. You got. We got 7 and 8 in the book.
Or fall. You have to work tomorrow.
You guys, Fast 6. This has been a real one, guys. Fast 6. No one thought it was possible.
I couldn't ask for a better way to end my watch of the franchise.
Till next time.
Till next time.